Today we are doing a 10-minute shoulder mobility routine that you can do every day to gain strength and flexibility in your shoulders. All you're going to need is a long towel or possibly a yoga strap. Let's get started. So we're going to work on our shoulder mobility today. We're going to get started and then I'll talk you through why this is important as we're moving. So I'm going to start in standing, but you can also do these seated, so anywhere that's comfortable for you. We're going to start with the right arm. And what I want you to do is have that right thumb forward and you're going to bring the arm up towards the ceiling. We're going to end up doing a big circle. So once you get to the top, you're going to flip your palm, okay, so that now you're reaching back and your pinky is facing down. Then I'm going to come back up the same way, and then once I get to the top I flip so the palm is facing in and I'm leading down with the pinky, and that should feel fairly natural, that flip. So you come up, you get to the top, flip it around so you can go back behind you, and then come up, flip, and bring it in front. Okay, so you're basically moving through this big circular motion with your arm. So let's talk about mobility. Mobility is different than basic stretching. Mobility is that idea that you're going to be strong and mobile through your joint. So we're working through the entire range of motion in your shoulder joint today. We're working in the shoulder. And then we're working strength within that motion. Okay, do one more for me. So this is really important for joint health, and it's really important for function. This is what's going to allow you to reach in the back seat, right, to grab your bag, or maybe reach into the overhead bin of an airplane, or even up to a high cabinet to get something out. And let's go to the other arm. And for you to feel control and strength while you do that. So I'm going to flip and go back behind, and then come up, and flip and come forward. So that's the idea of mobility. It's that idea or concept of having range of motions. We're gaining range of motion in the joint and being really strong in that motion. Now, if this feels like it is just too big of a motion for you, you're gonna do it smaller, okay? No big deal. You just come up, maybe you can only come to here, and that's okay, and you come right back down in front, okay? We are all different. We all have different bodies. You're just working to gain strength in the range of motion you have. And then hopefully over time, you are gaining more range of motion with more strength in that motion. Nice. So we're going to do about 2 more after this. So again, this is kind of our warm up here. And even if you only have time maybe in the mornings, like while you're waiting for your coffee, if you only have time to do just this portion, that's okay. If you can, it's great to do the whole routine, but even a little bit here and there can help, especially if you're used to sitting in front of a desk or a computer all day long. Nice job. So this next one, you have a couple options. I'm gonna do this in standing, and I'm gonna be bent over as I do this. Your other option is to have maybe a gym ball, or you'll see I have this nice cushion here, and you're gonna have it on your stomach like so, doing the motions here, or you can be on your back. And so you can do this either standing or on a cushion or laying on your back. And this is where I'm gonna start with my yoga strap. So if you have a yoga strap or just a long towel or a belt, that would be great here. So again, any position of those that I showed you, I'm gonna be bent over like so. And then I'm gonna have this strap in my arms. My hands are a little wider than shoulder distance. I'm gonna lift my arms up and then back down, okay? So if you are on your stomach on that ball or a cushion, then you're doing the same thing. You're just bringing them down just about to here. And if you're laying on your back, you're doing the same thing, but just your arms start down by your hips and lift up and back behind you. So if you're holding on to that towel or strap, which is completely optional, you can do this without, but if you're holding on to it, I want you to gently pull your hands apart on this strap. So basically I'm causing tension in the strap the whole time. And you should feel this definitely working into the shoulders. Okay, one more. Nice job. Now, I am going to bring, because I have this strap, I'm going to bring it behind me like so. If you don't have the strap, then your arms are just next to your sides again with the palms facing back, and you're going to lift your arms up and down. So you can do this in all the positions I mentioned except laying on your back. So if you're laying on your back, just continue with the ones I just showed you. Okay, otherwise you're right here. Think about keeping those shoulder blades in. And I'll tell you right now, this is a lot of work for me. It's a lot of work in my shoulders. And so you can feel already this is the difference with simple stretching. You don't feel this amount of work, but this is how you keep those joints really healthy. Okay, one more. Nice job. All right, you can put the strap or your towel down for these next few. So now what I'm going to do is do more of a T motion. So I have my arms down in front, the palms are facing each other, and my hands are going to come out to the side and then back in. Okay, so I'm lifting them out and back in. So think here too, it's like you're trying to squeeze your shoulder blades together on your back. So these positions, this one and then the one on the ball, would be a little bit harder than laying on your back. So if you're feeling tension in your neck, if you're finding this really difficult, do these laying on your back. That's a great place to start. Okay, nice job. So we have two more positions here. This next one we call the W. My arms are right out here, elbows are bent. So this is what it looks like, guys, right like this, okay? And now I'm reaching them up at an angle and back down. So if you're laying on your back, your hands are just sliding on the ground. So I'm reaching them up kind of to a diagonal and back down. Nice job. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Stay here for our last one. I'm going to bring them down and up. So I'm rotating. So again, if you're on your back, your elbows are just on the ground. Otherwise, you're here and your hands come down and then lift. And I'm just moving my forearms and my hands. 2 more. Nice job. Stand back up, shake it out, and then we're going to come onto all fours for our last move. All right, so our last move is going to involve some rotation with the spine as well. So we're going to be on all fours. I want your knees and your hands about shoulder distance apart. And then what you're going to do is bring that right arm in front of you. Then lift it up towards the ceiling and back behind, and then up and in front. And the whole time, you are trying to keep your eyes on your hand. Now, this hopefully feels or looks a little familiar because it's the exact same thing we started with. It might be a different orientation to gravity, but it's still that big arm circle. But the nice thing is we're getting some work into your left arm, and then again, that rotation in your spine. Nice job. One more. And in front. Bring it back down, and we'll do the other side. So find yourself on all fours again. That left arm comes in front, my thumb is up, and then I'm going to reach my arm up and try to open, 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 and reach my hand back, and then up and forward. This is one of my favorite exercises. I actually include it in many workouts I teach, so you may have seen it before in some of my Pilates and upper body and thoracic workouts. I think it's a great one to include to really open that upper spine, open your chest, and work on that arm mobility. Okay, just one more. Nice job. Bring both hands down. Spread your fingertips really wide and just lean back into a child's pose. You can just do this sitting in a chair if you want, but I really want you to reach your hands as far forward as you can for that nice big stretch. Let your head relax. And then when you're ready, you'll slowly roll back up. And great job. So that is something that can be done every day if you're really working on your shoulder mobility, or throw it in a couple times a week for nice shoulder health. I'll see you soon.